Howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have the William Byron Darlington 2023 Raced Win Diecast, a throwback paint scheme with all the confetti and race wear grime. Let's check it out. Alrighty, folks, right out of the good old box. Welcome to today's Diecast review. And today we have a very popular paint scheme from the Jeff Gordon era that came back in 2023. And let me tell you, Byron parked it in Victory Lane. Now, this car does have some controversy to it and, honestly, some inaccuracies. We'll be talking about that as we go on with this diecast review. Let's jump right into it. So, the confetti color for this is blue, white, and yellow. But something that I'm noticing here, maybe I'm just tripping, the confetti looks so much larger on the windshield than it does on the hood. Am I the only one that notices that? I mean, look at the blue, and then look at the blue here. I don't know why, but the confetti looks larger on the windows, like especially on the back window. So that to me is that's a bugaboo. So you got Axalta right there with a little Axalta ribbon. This paint scheme goes back to 1998 when was it 98 or year 2000? I think it was 98. I could be completely mistaken. But anyways, it had the NASCAR anniversary logo. Or if it was 2000, it would be the NASCAR 2000 logo. 98 was the 50th anniversary. It was one of those. Anyways, it basically was a carbon copy of that race car, but with the 75th anniversary in 2023. Now, you do have the signature Chevrolet bow tie logo that existed right above the center of the headlights would be for so many years. I mean, whew. They've had that probably back to the 70s almost. And they stopped doing that with the Gen 6 era. Got number 24 right there. Got some day glow on the splitter. And you have a very sharp looking number day glow, I might add as well. Like I'm looking at it off camera right now. That's day glow. So if you put this in sunlight, it's going to be pretty bright, which is always nice. There's a very slight haze of dirt and grime on the front. You know, it's Darlington. A lot of tire fall off. Or, you know, the dirt and the grime, you know, it's kind of sandy at sometimes, gritty. So the racewear stuff always looks good at Darlington. Now, the sides of the car here, where the controversy with this diecast comes in, is the paint color. The paint color, in my opinion, is way off. And I'll try to briefly describe why I think so. So, the original car had a paint color called Chrome Illusion. It was a special finish or paint that DuPont offered back when Jeff Gordon ran this paint scheme. And from my understanding, it changes in the sunlight depending on the view of the car. So kind of like a pearlescent, if you will. Well, anyways, I've done some research on this paint, and it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful paint coat. And this is not it. To be honest with you, there is nothing about this car that changes in light. And in fact, it appears to just be a dark, kind of like a maroon, purplish, metallic paint job. That's what I see. Now, another aspect to that is the Chrome Illusion paint, from my knowledge, is expensive. Think of it kind of like a special finish because it requires expensive paint. So they'd probably have to charge more for the car, and perhaps maybe they determined that the fan interest wasn't high enough to justify possibly charging a couple extra dollars more for each 164. I've thought about making a custom of this car and just redoing it because I can get the confetti. I can get that easily. And I could just use this as like the example and just, you know, replicate it. But it would have the correct Chrome Illusion style paint. So you got Axalta right there on the left side, City Chevrolet, King of Tough, Hendrick Motorsports, Liberty University. Again, very nice haze of dirt. Got number 24 there. 75th anniversary, NASCAR salutes, Goodyear. The tires are retro. Both the top and the bottom portions of the wheels say Goodyear. That is a very interesting thing. HendrickCars.com. Get your 3 race win stickers. Byron has quickly became one of the best drivers in the sport. I remember when he won Daytona in 2020, Homestead 21, and he was kind of in that Alex Bowman ballpark. Like, he's starting to win a couple races. Let's see where he goes. And now you can make a case that Byron and Larson they're just going to dominate the sport. in the years to come, even more. Not Chase Elliott isn't, but I mean, Byron's been winning a whole lot more than Elliott, is what I'm getting at. He could be better. You feel me? So you got Chevrolet there, Cincinnati Industries, Mac Tools, Simeon's, a bunch of different logos. The Byron name rail decal appears to be a little bit off. With the back end of the diecast, got Camaro Z01, Valvoline, Exalta.com, got the number 24. The logos in the back look a little bit off. That could be because it was damaged, like the actual back end of the car might have had a dent in it, which I think that's why the front right here with the Chevrolet bow tie is a little bit off. There might be a dent, so it's simulating perhaps maybe a little bit of it being crooked or skewed, if you will, for lack of a better determination of words. But yeah, you could really see that Dayglow 24. I love that. When they do these bright yellow decal prints, it looks unbelievably good. I wish they would do it more often. The right side looks fantastic with this car. A nice haze of confetti. Then you have the dirt and grime built up. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Go to the top of the car. More confetti. Got the Dayglow 24. Love that. Got Byron on front and rear window banners, even though you can barely read it because all the confetti. And then you have Exalta right there on the deck lid. And again, back to the paint on this car. That's kind of why I didn't pick this car up initially. I did a review on the clean version. I don't remember exactly how I talked about it, but I think I was pretty critical of it. That was before I did a lot of research on the paint. And the paint is like, I think they call it a chameleon paint or a pearlescent paint. It's something that changes with light. And it's like a mixture of like copper and pink from the photos I've seen. The problem with that type of paint is it is so dependent on the sunlight, the angle of the camera, the lighting exposure, everything. Taking a photo of the car at night and day is literally going to be night and day. It's going to be a completely different look. They did not do it with this paint job. So here's my conclusion. If I was a diehard William Byron fan and I said, I have to have an accurate version of this car in terms of paint code, I would literally I would take another one of these cars, buy a clean decal set, and I would build a custom car with as close as I possibly can get a chrome illusion style paint. I would paint the car with that, do all that fun stuff, wrap the car, and then I would take the confetti and replicate it as much as I could, because I can get confetti decal sets, and they're fantastic, by the way. And I would just put it around the car and make, all the dirt and grime or whatever I need. And there you go. Now I have a accurate paint color Darlington finish. Another layer to this is that the paint they used at the Darlington race in 2023 might not even been that accurate to the 98 or 2000 Chrome Illusion car, whatever year it was. I didn't look into the Darlington version of it as much. I was more or less looking at the original car, which it should have been based off of. They did this also with Kyle Larson's 23 Darlington Throwback. The HendrickCars.com paint scheme that was paying tribute back to Tony Stewart's 09 Nationwide car. The original car had metallic blue. Larson's on-track version of that car in 2023 had blue. Well, guess what? The real diecast that got made had just a gloss blue. It was inaccurate as biff. So my point is, I can't stand when they don't get the paint color right. It bugs me so badly. And the custom diecast enthusiast that I am makes me just want to remake it and put it in my collection. Because I'm a huge fan of getting things right. Whether it's fluorescent, metallic paints, you got to do it right. So for the most part, this car, in my opinion, it's never going to be as good as I wish it was. But if you're a Byron fan, you don't really... You're not as picky as I am. This would be a great car to add to your collection. But if you're picky like me, I don't know what to tell you. But thank you all so much for watching, though. I appreciate it. I am very critical of these cars, and that's the reason why. This is a diecast review. This isn't me supposed to just tell you, oh, it's a car, it's William Byron, buy. No, I'm giving you my honest 2 cents, what I think about it. I'm breaking it down. That's just how I am. That's how I've been on this channel since August 2018. I have been breaking down cars frame by frame, if you will. That's what I enjoy doing. Thank y'all for watching. Have a blessed one, everybody. Diecast Buffet. Signing off.